my friends, how you doing? I am doing well. I guess I'm not doing that well because I just recorded like 30 minutes of footage and then realized that I didn't press record on the thing. So now I'm doing this again for the second time. Yeah, this if you didn't notice from the title, I stayed up for 24 hours watching the Munster movie. Now I'm gonna tell you my reason behind this. Number one, I've already watched this 2 times. I watched it 2 times prior, and then my wife was watching the other day, and as I was walking through the living room, I was like, "Oh, you're watching the Munsters," and I found myself just sitting down, captivated, and watching whatever place where she was in the movie, and then watching the rest of the movie with her. Now, listen. So I decided, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to set myself up a little bit of a challenge. But then the situation happened. Is you know how I am my streaming. I don't like to stream. Amazon was supposed to deliver this to me approximately 2 weeks ago. I think this came out like 2 weeks ago, whatever. And what's terrible is I pre-ordered this thing the day that it was able to be pre-ordered. I waited, and Amazon done screwed me again. They screwed me again. So I went to Walmart. They had tons of them in stock. I went to Target. They had tons of them in stock, the Blu-rays and the DVDs. So now here I am, and I want to do this thing, and I don't want to stream it over and over again because I'm sick and tired of that buffering thing. So I'm like, I want my physical copy. So I canceled. Yes, I did what some of my friends do when they can't take it anymore from the Amazon. I canceled my order, and I say, listen, but my stupid me, thinking that I'm going by all these haters and all these complainers about this movie, about how they hated this so much, and oh, it's such a terrible movie. Rob Zombie should be ashamed. Listen, I was going by all of them, and I'm figuring, okay, the stores are going to be stocked like they were before. There's going to be 2 rows of this and 2 rows of that, and they're going to have my Walmart, they're going to have Target, they're having Best Buy, they're going to have them everywhere I go. These things are going to be falling off the shelf. Matter of fact, according to one of my viewers or one of my or somebody that commented on TikTok, these things are going to end up in the $5 bin or whatever by now or whatever. That's not the case, my friends, okay? I don't know what the case is, but they're sold out. They're sold out everywhere. So Amazon's got them on back order. They're telling me it's going to take another 3 weeks for them to come in and send me my copy. So if you want to get a copy on Amazon, you can place your order. They got them in stock. These are not out of print, but you ain't going to see it for about 3 weeks or whatever. Don't make no sense to me. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to my local Walmart. Well, I go to my local Walmart. Hey, they don't have it at my local Walmart. They're sold out, okay? All right. I'm going to go to my local Amazon. My local Target. Go to my local Target. They're sold out. So right away, I go to my phone. I go to my eBay. And I'm like, okay, I'll order one from eBay. It'll probably be in here about a couple days, whatever, 2, 3 days, 4 days. If I get it from a certain place, I know that the stuff takes about 3 days to get in. I can get it in because I want to do this challenge. And I'm like, okay, I go on eBay, and the flip is a flipping the Blu-ray for like $30-something. Okay, you can find one like in Germany for like $15 plus shipping or whatever it is. I got stuff falling off my lap. $15 plus shipping. But I ain't got that kind of time, and I don't know if the German release is gonna be the same as the American release. I don't know if it's legit. I didn't even check the guy's feedback. I was like, I ain't waiting for that. And if this movie was so bad, everybody, why are you flipping it for like $30? Why? Because it's disappearing. I don't know what's going on. Okay, but honestly, you could fact check me on this thing. I went on so my next place after checking eBay and realizing I'm not going to pay $15 from Germany or whatever, and I'm not going to spend $31 or $30 for a flipper, or even I think there may have been a used one, a pre-owned one for like $20 on there plus shipping or whatever. And I was like, I'm not paying that because I know that this thing was $14.95 when it came out at Walmart. I know it was $14.98 or $95 or whatever when it came out at Target, and it didn't make any sense to me. So I was like, okay, so my next step was to go on to the Walmart website. Go on the Walmart website. There's none in stock. You can buy from a private seller. No, not doing that. I'm not waiting, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. So I'm like, okay, forget it. Actually, I think it said in-store pickup in like 14 days or whatever it was. I'm like, no, I'm not waiting 14 days. So we're gonna find one. So what happened was I found this at a Target, and I was able to. They had one copy in stock. So I ordered it online. I paid for it. They take it to the service desk. They do that pickup thing there, whatever they do there. But then I was worried. Is it going to have the slipcover? Because I felt like I needed to have the slipcover. I felt like I needed, if I'm going to buy the Munsters movie, it's got to be complete. So yeah, what I did is had the wife call the Target that I ordered from. I'm like, listen, my husband ordered this item, and it says that it's now ready at the customer service desk or whatever. Can you please do me a favor and check see if it has a slipcover? Their response was, what's a slipcover? So my wife had to explain to them, it's the cardboard thing on the outside of the Blu-ray or whatever. They just want to make sure that he has it. And then, like, about 4 or 5 minutes later, the person came back on the phone and said, yes, it does have it. So my wife's like, okay, good, we're on our way. All right, so I tell my wife, I'm like, okay, well, we're on our way to go pick that up. Let's search I'm gonna search the web. I'm gonna see if I can find myself a copy of the DVD. Yes, because for some reason Rob gave us a Blu-ray, but didn't give us a digital, and then he didn't. It's not a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and the type of collector I am is I need to have my Blu-ray and my DVD. Why? The why is a weird question because I'm so used to, because there was a point in our lives here where my children did not have Blu-ray players, they just had DVD players. So I grown accustomed to making sure I have a Blu-ray DVD combo pack in case they wanted to watch it somewhere in the house. Now I understand this thing streaming all over the place, but I don't like the streaming because you get that buffering thing, messes me all up. So we ended up getting this one at the Target. They held it at the customer service desk, and they had like 2 copies of this at a Walmart way And the funny thing is, we went to a Walmart prior that we were at 2 days earlier, and they had a row, and we went there and they were gone. Okay, so unless there was some kind of Beatles boycott thing there, and people are actually like, we hate this movie so bad, we're gonna buy every single copy. I'm gonna spend all my money and buy every copy, and I'm gonna run it over with a steamroller. Somebody's buying this thing, somebody's buying it, and somebody's introducing it to somebody, and that's what's going on over here. So to tell you what happened here is I decided I'm going to do a 24-hour challenge. I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay up for 24 hours straight, and I'm going to watch the Munsters over and over and over again for 24 hours. It was 12 times in a row in between pee breaks and everything like that I was able to watch this thing. They're an hour and 50 minutes long, okay? So we're talking almost 2 hours, and so I had to do some planning. I had to do some organizing. This is how I organized. Me and the wife went a couple days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was, to go get so we bought some sandwich meat, and we bought like assorted meat. It was turkey and ham and everything, and cheese, and I put a plate down and I filled it with the turkey, ham, and cheese and everything, and I grabbed myself like 3 caffeine-free sodas because the caffeine gives me the anxiety, and I decided to sit down and just tackle these things. Now I'm gonna tell you, once again, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, and I'll tell you, but by I'm a little sleep deprived right now, so I'm having a little bit. But listen, this whole camera thing never would have happened if I was thinking straight, because I would have checked to see if the thing was even recording. I totally messed that up. But by like time number 6, I didn't even notice that this thing was in color anymore.
Hi. I was dead to the world.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was just watching for the movie. I was like, but I'll tell you, I was thinking, so what I do is, this is what I do on this channel. I watch movies, I review them, I pick them apart, I try to say what's good, what's not good, what's bad, whatever. And this is a prequel. This is a prequel to the Munsters. So what I think what Rob was doing, or attempted to do, or what he did, is introduce the Munsters to a younger generation. I think that's what he did. I think 5, 6, 7-year-olds and up that have never heard of the Munsters are now talking about the Munsters. It's on TikTok, it's on YouTube, it's on your Facebook, and they're all over the place. People are either loving it or hating it. But bottom line is, they're talking about it.
Oh, now, wasn't that nice of him to open the door for me like that?
About it. So what's the saying? Bad publicity is good publicity, or no publicity. Any publicity is good publicity. Whatever it is everybody complain about. Either you complain about it or you're loving it.
Oh, that can be annoying.
But anyway, you look at it, Rob getting some attention, and so are the Munsters. So I think Rob achieved his goal. I think if the goal was to introduce the Munsters and glorify a classic TV series, he job accomplished there, Rob. He did a great job. And I'll tell you, as I was watching, I was thinking about all of these YouTubers that I watch and what their complaints were. Oh, you spent so many millions of dollars on this. I think they said $40 million. I might be incorrect, but I thought they said $40 million for what? All of the scenery and everything, the backdrops, the clothes and everything, were all made from scratch. The castle, the house, or whatever they lived in, and the yards and I watched some few documentary things on YouTube, and I saw them building the things from scratch. So yeah, I can understand where the money went from. I mean, it cost me $2,000 or whatever just to put some siding on a house. You know what I mean? So if he's building his houses from scratch, I can see where $40 million might go. And I tell you, if you didn't know this, the original classic Munsters movie, TV show, sorry, the pilot was shot in color. It was shot and released in color. If you own the DVD box set of the Munsters, you can watch the pilot in color. And I think what Rob was doing, he was setting up. This is a prequel. There's no Marilyn. There's no Eddie. This is how Lily and Herman met and fell in love, and they started their family, and they ended up living where they were living, and how it all began. So if there is no, if people are complaining that much, and Rob does not decide to make a sequel, we're all set. Because what he just did is he just set up how the Munsters became the Munsters.
I would like to thank all the little people who worked so hard to make this picture a success.
And to top it all off, I got to tell you, by time number, like I said, I think it was 6 is when I was like, I'm like, this was a lot, you know. This was a lot. But I was like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna keep going, you know what I mean? And maybe it was 6 or 7, it might have been 7, I'm not sure. When I was watching the end, when he did the homage to the opening credits of the Munsters, and it was in black and white, and he's got the 3 characters coming through the door and everything like that, I was like, okay, so not only did he give us a prequel, but he also kind of set up the classic. He you know, so now if we wanted to introduce the Munsters to the kids, we could say, okay, well, it went from this to this, and now here then they went black and white, and there you go. So I remember watching black and white TV shows with my kids back in the day, the Little Rascals and the Marx Brothers and stuff like that. The Three Stooges. They didn't get it. They were a little confused. They were like, "What's wrong with the TV? TV broken?" But the fact that he ended it with that black and white setup, I was amazed. And the other thing was that I found out, you know, doing my little research on this thing is that supposedly this was shot during the pandemic or whatever, and a lot of people play multiple characters, which I didn't even realize some of this, like the guy that played the Nosferatu character or whatever in the beginning of the movie. And when I was watching the closing credits, I'm like, wow, that's the other guy. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know what everybody complaining about. I don't know what everybody's complaining about. And I don't know where all these are going. Okay, I'm telling you right now, the flippers having a field day. And for people that hate a movie, I don't know why they want to profit from a movie. It doesn't make any sense. So if you hated the movie that much, it's enough for you to buy every copy on the shelf and then profit from it. I don't get it. But hey, Rob's the one that's getting the last laugh because he's making the profit. He's making the profit on whatever. So if you are buying them just to steamroller them and you're having that Beatles protest thing, then Rob making some money. If you're streaming it on Netflix and you're paying for the Netflix service or whatever, then Rob making some money. And if you went on a hunt and try to find the last 2 copies or whatever you could find, then Rob be making some money. So good for Rob. And both these things come with the same bonus features: the Munsters return to Mockingbird Lane and the feature commentary with director Rob Zombie. And yeah, I'm going for well, this wouldn't be number 13. This would be because I already watched it 3, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, this will be number 16, and I am going to watch it with the commentary. I probably should have watched it with the commentary on one of the 12 times I watched in a row. Listen, and I'm not gonna say it was a rough journey. It was just I was a little tired, you know. And by when the sun started coming up, I was like, I'm still sitting here, and the sun's coming up, and if you didn't notice, I'm in a little different surrounding here because my wife's on vacation. I'm like, oh, the sun's coming up, and I got to record right away, and I don't like to record with her watching me or listening to me because she thinks I'm a little bit crazy, and you guys who watch this channel probably think so too. So I decided to go to another dwelling within the house, in a different part of the house, and do my recording for the next couple days because she gonna be home, and I got things to unbox and open and talk about. But yeah, the Munsters. Yeah, it's a must. I'm sorry, you haters out there. It is what it is. There was other I don't know if you're aware that after classic Munsters there were other remakes, and I've watched the Christmas special.
Just imagine all the kids in all the world who are going to wake up tomorrow and find nothing under their trees. I've
watched Munsters Go Home, which that would have had Fred Gwynn or whatever. But I've watched the ones that came out after the classic. You know what I mean? And this was a good take. I'm sorry, this was a good take, a good introduction. Like I said, I'm hoping Rob makes another one. If he makes another one, I'm on board. If he doesn't make another one, then I'm actually gonna start watching my classic Munsters. So Rob achieved what he was trying to do. If he was, like I said, if he was trying to introduce this to a new generation or keep the thing going, I'm a strong believer that if you do not introduce classic movies that you watched as a kid, they're not going to exist anymore. I want you to think about this for a second. Just take a second and think about this. Like, let's say your favorite music group is I don't know. Let's throw something. I'm gonna go to the younger group. Let's say your favorite music group is a Post Malone, okay? And for your older people, your favorite music group is a Beatles, okay? If they never played the Beatles again on the radio, and then we grew older and we all died, are they still gonna exist? Like, if you didn't listen to it anymore, and the kids never listened to it, and they were never introduced to it, is it still gonna be a thing? No, it wouldn't be a thing, because it would be forgotten. It would be forgotten about. Okay, the only reason why the Beatles are iconic is because parents introduced the Beatles to their kids, and their kids introduced it to their kids, and their kids introduced it to their kids. That's why they're iconic, and that's why these movies are gonna be iconic, because Rob just introduced the Munsters to people's kids. And they're gonna, and in turn, now the old timers say, I'm not an old time, but I'm a rerun guy. I watch the Munsters on rerun, and I own the DVDs. But it kind of made me feel like, hey, now it's time to, I should have been introducing these to my kids. My kids are a little bit strange. They've already seen the Munsters. Okay, my kids already grown up on those black and white things. Yeah, they watched Jerry Lewis, and they watched all those classic things, Charlie Chaplin's and the Bowery Boys, and listen, that's what they grew up on. Basil Rathbone and Nitro Bruce as Sherlock Holmes, and the classic Little Rascals, and the classic the Isle of Lucy's, and they grew up on that stuff. Okay, because that's what I loved. That's what I enjoyed. And I will tell you, while I was at Walmart, I did end up picking up this. I picked up the Addams Family and Addams Family Values for $10. I picked this up too because I have these both on DVD, but I didn't have them on Blu-ray. And while I was there reminiscing about my Munsters, Rob, this is what you did too. You done like kind of bumped franchises, okay? Because if you are a Munsters fan, more than likely you're an Addams Family fan. And I was like, listen, I've watched this remake thing. I haven't seen these in a long time, and I don't feel like watching them on DVD. I feel like for $10 for two movies, I'm just gonna. I got cotton mouth. I'm gonna upgrade, and that's what I did. I upgraded to the Blu-ray for $10 of the Addams Family. So see, one because they kind of go together. Okay, it's kind of like Bewitched and I Dream a Genie. They just kind of go together. I don't ask me the comparison between the two. I mean, Magic, I guess, is the comparison between I Dream a Genie and Bewitched, but and Munsters and Addams Family, monsters and creatures and families that live in areas with regular people that are trying to fit in, and they think we're crazy and we're weird. I just zoned out there. You see what just happened? Hey, listen, whatever. Listen, all I gotta say is, I liked it. I'd watch it again. Subscribe. I'll see you later.